All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. I'm trying to reset this so I can get into the video. All right, so been talked about. Everybody knows about it that Rio de Janeiro, which is in Brazil, will be released, and Porto, Portugal as well will be another city that will be released. So many of you, including myself, are may not be the greatest when it comes to geography and finding the locations of these cities. And maybe you want to check out these cities to see where and what you may find that you may be interested in, minting when the time comes. So this video is just going to be a quick video about how to find these two cities, where they're located on the Upland maps. And if you haven't searched in Google yet because you just haven't, well, I'm here to kind of help guide you to how to find these two cities. First and foremost, in order to travel to these cities, it will be LAX, Chicago, and JFK. Those are the three international terminals that I know of right now that you'll be able to fly out of, and I probably most likely San Francisco. You'll be able to fly out of to get to any one of these two new cities that Upland will be dropping very soon. So right now I'm in Kansas City and I'm going to zoom out and show you where it is. So Rio de Janeiro is in Brazil and Brazil is in South America if you guys don't know. Um it's something that I didn't I kind of don't have an idea previously before doing my research and looking it up some more. And Porto is obviously in Portugal, but where is Portugal on the map? All right, so let's go to Rio first, and then I will reset back to Kansas City, zoom out again, and then go to Porto and then show you the difference between Porto and Rio de Janeiro. Okay, all right, so here we go. I'm gonna zoom out. So I'm in Kansas City, like I said. Make sure your little map icon thingy's on so everything can be mapped out. So you zoom out, right? So this is North America, Mexico. This is South America right here. Brazil is right here, but this is most of Brazil. Brazil is massive, okay? It's a massive country. And you can see it right here, Rio de Janeiro. So you just zoom into Rio, okay? It says it up here, but I believe this is the city of Rio. And I think these are also a part of it as well, right? Um, so, what areas in Rio that are going to be the most popular? I believe a lot of people are going to be buying. Let's see, where is it? Oh, right here, right here, right here. Coca Cabana. It's going to be an empanina or panima. I can't pronounce these names. These are all Portuguese names. I am not too good at pronouncing these names at all. But anyway, so those are the two famous or most popular areas that people are going to be looking to mint here in Brazil. I only have started doing my research on Brazil to see where are the most popular areas. Once I get a better understanding of that, I will eventually move on to Porto. But I have looked at Porto to see what it's like, and I can see both cities being released close to each other. Simple reason, and I'll explain in a little bit. So that's it. That's Rio de Janeiro right here. This is also a part of Rio. Obviously, it says it right there. I'm not sure about here if it will be released, but I have a strong feeling that the coastline will be one of the areas that Upland will release first because there's quite a few cities along the coastline here, and Copacabana is one of the most popular ones. It's one of the ones that anyone that talks about Brazil, they always mention that part of Brazil. And also, whenever you do see photos of Brazil, so along the stretch here, there's like these sidewalks that are specially designed, and it's a really nice design if you actually take a look at it. Is what they use to represent Brazil all the time. So let me zoom back out again. So it's in South America. It's a large country in South America. This is Brazil. So I guess all of this here and probably down to here, right? Like it comes down pretty far. I don't have the exact layout at the moment to give you the exact, but Brazil is quite massive. So what you're looking for is Rio de Janeiro right here. So now I zoom out a little bit more. If you can see this right here, Spain, Morocco, okay? Portugal is right in between those two. So it's about right here. So once I zoom back in, here it is. Okay, a little bit higher than I said, but still, this is it. And Porto is just north of of I guess where this Portugal mark is. So it's right here. It's not a very big city from what I'm seeing right now. I believe it's probably just this region here. Here's the Dragon Stadium. So this will be the stadium that I believe Upland will be trying and having us take part in building because they want to get it done quickly. This is why not this is why, but this is going to be the reason that Upland is going to open Porto because they have made that agreement and soccer starts at the end of August and they're going to want the Dragon Stadium to be built so they can start selling the NFTs before the season begins. Right? So Porto is not really a big city. So I can see Porto being minted out very quickly. It's one of those cities that will go very fast. So if you plan on taking part, you got to make sure you have your UPEX and everything you need before the opening of the city. Get there early, let your block explorer explore, and hopefully have a nice long list of properties for you. Hopefully, there's no delay and a delay, and it's delayed by half an hour or even 5 minutes because that could really change your outcome. That has happened for me in Las Vegas. I was right there. It got delayed. I had to start all over again. But by the time that time ran out, it was too late for me. I wasn't able to make it back to where I was. And even get my Block Explorer back to where it was very challenging. So make sure you're ready. I believe these cities are going to be dropping very soon. We're already in the middle of July, and the end of July is just around the corner. So look out for that and be prepared. I myself, I am stacking up on UPEX. I have just over 100,000 UPEX, and I was planning on minting some more properties in Kansas City. But as far as I see, I don't believe I will be. I'm staying in Kansas City. I'm just gonna stay there, and see what's going on. I want to stay close to the international terminals, which the closest one for me is Chicago. So I will be there so I can fly out to Rio or Porto, whichever one opens first, and I can start minting. So be prepared, guys. Have an idea of where these cities are. I will zoom out again so you're able to see where Porto is. So that's Portugal. Here's Spain. No matter how far out I go, well, almost this much out, you still can see Spain. You still can see Morocco, and it's right in between there. Okay, Rio de Janeiro, you can't miss it. Here is Brazil. Just look at this part here of the continent, um, and you won't miss Brazil, right? You won't miss Rio de Janeiro. It's one of the I think it's one of the main cities in Brazil that everyone knows of or heard of before. So it's not something hard to find. And you just zoom in, it will take you to the higher part. Oh, no, it's actually going to take you to right in the area where Copacabana is. Or is it right here? Let me zoom in some more. Oh, right here. Okay. So, yes, so it's not hard to find. It's very easy, and I will show you again. So, right between Spain and Morocco, you will find Portugal, and Porto is just north of the label right here. It's a very small city. It will be minted out quite quickly. So, get in, take part, help out building, getting the stadium built. I think they will. I can see them actually dropping Porto before Brazil, which makes sense to me. That would be great because at least that will give them a head start on building the Dragon Stadium, which will be where we'll be able to buy legits. And if you guys haven't bought the legits, put some money aside to buy legits because the fan points are going to turn into collections. So the higher your fan points are, the higher the collections and the more upics you'll be able to generate monthly in legits. I'm looking forward for that in legits because I think legits is a big part of the game. It's another aspect of the game that people can get involved in, especially if you're into football. And now, if you're into soccer, aka football, if you're into that, you'll be able to maximize some more earnings just by purchasing the legits in the stores or the stadiums that Upland makes available. All right. Hey, Upland for Life, how are things going today, man? Thank you for coming on again tonight. I just kind of wanted to show everybody how to find these cities and how to get there through the international terminals that Upland recently opened. And I do believe that these cities will be dropping very soon. I can actually, I'm on here, this just popped in my head that I can see Porto being released before Brazil. Even though they did announce that the next stop will be Rio, but I didn't think that they had the agreement made for Porto before they announced that Rio will be the next stop, unless they drop both at the same time, which would be super awesome because that's when people are gonna be like, "What do I do? Do I go to Porto or do I go to Rio?" It's gonna be interesting to see what really happens. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, so okay, let me go back to Kansas City. So yeah, so that's how find where these cities are, and make sure stay close to Chicago, JFK, and I'm sure San Francisco as well, right? LA's down here, but I'm sure San Francisco is going to be one of the international terminals. I can't see San Francisco not being one of that. So just stay close as possible to these areas once the announcement is made, and just get on a plane and leave and fly out to these new cities. All right, guys. Well, this is going to be just a quick one today. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some idea of where these cities are and how to get there and to be prepared. Stack up and get ready because things are about to get exciting. All right, guys, thank you for watching another episode of Everyday Upland. If you guys like the content, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment if there's anything I've missed or anything you want to let me know or talk about. Just send me a comment and I will respond within 24 hours. All right, Upland for Life, man. Have a great night. Everybody, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.